All right, we're going to talk about multiplying decimals for Lesson 39. And we briefly introduced this actually in Lesson 38, but we're going to go over a few more examples and a little bit more in depth on it in Lesson 39. So just to catch up here, remember when we add or subtract decimals, you line up the decimal points. So if I were adding 2.1 plus 1.4, I line up the decimal points, we move the decimal points straight down, and we get an answer of 3.5. Now it's different when we multiply decimals. So in example 1, we're going to take 4.5 times 2.1. We don't have to line up the decimals. Now here, just because we have the same amount of digits and the decimals in the same place, they naturally line up. But when we multiply decimals, you don't have to line them up. What we do really to start with is we just take 45 times 21. So let's see, 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. Okay, we have our placeholder. Now I multiply by 2. So 2 times 5 is a 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8. Add 1, and I get 9. Now we add those up. Now is how we place, is where we talk about how we place the decimal point. Now how we place the decimal point is like this. From the right, the decimal was moved one place there. Now let's look at the other number. From the right, it was moved one place. So actually it was moved a total of 2 times, 1 plus 1 being 2. So we go down to our answer, and we start on the right, and we move the decimal point 2 places. So my answer is 9.45. Let's take a look at another example. Now we take 3.1, and we're going to multiply it by 0.7. Now to start with, we just take 31 times 7. So 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. I don't need to multiply through by 0 because all I have in the bottom here would be zeros. And that's not going to have any value. All right, now we place the decimal point. So to start with, let's see, from the right it was moved once here. From the right it was moved once here. So a total 1 plus 1 of 2. So I go down to my answer. I start on the right, and I move it 1, 2. So my answer is 2.17, or 2 and 1700ths. All right, example 3. I'm going to take 15 times 0.3. Now I'm going to multiply through by 3. So 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Add 1 is 4. Again, I don't need to multiply through by 0 because I just have zeros down there. And 45 plus 0 is just the same thing, 45. All right, now I place the decimal. Now, on the top one, the top number, the decimal point wasn't moved. It's still right there. Now, on the bottom one, though, it was moved once. So the total is once. So we move one time, and my answer is 4.5. All right, last example I have is also a review of exponents. What's 2.3 squared mean? The 2 means you're going to take this number times itself. So 2.3 times 2.3. That's what it means. So we take 2.3 times 2.3. All right, let's multiply 23 by 23 first. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. Placeholder. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. Now add, and we get 529. Now let's place the decimal point. It was moved once here from the right, once here from the right. Total of twice. So I start on the right, and I move it twice. So my answer is 5.29. And this is a little bit more of an explanation on multiplying decimals for Lesson 39.